Back in 2018, the sheriff was appointed by the governor to be the chairman of the Marjory Stoneman Douglas Commission. So after the Parkland shooting, they were tasked with investigating what happened, and they were tasked with coming up with school safety recommendations. Legislation came out from those recommendations, which eventually became law, and primarily talked about, physical site security for schools, threat assessments, threat training, response to active assailants, specifically, school safety. So whether that's going to be a guardian or whether that's going to be a deputy or an officer on staff. Well, the problem with it is that the state now requires all of these things to happen for public schools, and they provided the funding for the public schools, but they left out the private schools. Mm-hmm. So, for example, in Pinellas County, we have 123 private schools. They were all left out of it. And the sheriff was like, that's not fair. I mean, that's unfortunate. So he created the Mass Casualty Planning Unit to fill that gap. And we are tasked with doing, vulnerability site assessments for private schools, doing their active assailant training, running their active assailant drills. Interestingly enough, we're the only unit of its type in the whole state. And the sheriff has, this unit has become really the model for the rest of the state. Our unit is a big believer in what we do because you see the sheriff's dedication to it, and, you can't help but just be like, what we're doing is really important.